the Honda because the car was in between Tremont and the...
But this nigga that's like some John Wick type. Even though I know he didn't mean to do this. But, and I know people lost their life, long live these people, but it would have been so gangster, right? If he would have shot at his ops, right? And he realized that he couldn't hit them, right? So he shoot at 12. And they made 12 shoot at his ops. That's John Wick, gang. That John Wick, man. No count. YouTube. Mob, what's happening, man? What y'all on, Mob? Welcome back to the channel. We back in LA, man. We're in Los Angeles today. You know what I mean? We over here off Inglewood. You smell me? Inglewood. Inglewood, where they up? No good. You smell me? Shout out Inglewood. Shout out Big Munchie, Lil Munchie, She Munchie, man. So many Munchies. But I heard if you a Munchie, that means you put in a little work for Inglewood family. You know what I'm saying? Shout out them. But today we talking about the deadliest gang in Inglewood. And it's not the Inglewood family blood.
Episode of War in CALI. In the U.S., police kill roughly 1,000 to 1,200 people per year, mostly by shootings. Unarmed black Americans are 3 times more likely to be shot and killed by police rather than unarmed white Americans. For decades, the U.S. federal government did not reliably track police killings until the mid-2010s. Many police departments did not report the use of forced deaths. Some deaths were recorded as justifiable homicides without detail. The official FBI data missed hundreds of cases per year. California has some of the highest police shootings in the nation, and police like Officer Massey will be a major face. Massey was an 11-year police veteran and had been in 4 separate shootings involved in unarmed civilians throughout his career.
Damn.
One being Richard Tyson, also known as Tiny Taco. He was a twin.
Bro, how you be involved in 4 separate unarmed shootings though? Like that's crazy, bro. Like you would think after the first one they would realize being a police officer is not your fit, gang. You know what I mean? Bro, you gonna get your gun and you gonna squeeze first and ask questions later, gang. You know what I'm saying? Damn. I would think if they were unarmed, that's an unjustifiable killing, right? Yeah, that's crazy word.
Member of the neighborhood Paru's in Inglewood. According to Inglewood police, May 9th, 2007, Richard was on his bike, and the officers from the Department of Anti-Crime team had tried to stop him and had a code violation, he said. He alleged that Richard ran. Officers then followed, one being Officer Massey, who was searching for him in the backyard. He found him hiding in a dense bush. The officer told him to surrender, and police alleged that Richard advanced towards the officer. At some point, the man reached for his waistband allegedly, and the officer was thinking he was reaching for a gun, and Richard was shot.
Dang.
Richard was shot 6 times that day and was later pronounced dead. Police later admitted they found no gun. Richard was only 20 years old.
Hey, that's that hurt right there. But check this though, gang members, why when the police do something like this, bro? Why y'all don't ride on the force though? In the history of police is killing people, I've never heard nobody say we gonna get back for the police. We gonna get back for our brother. We gonna get back for our dead homie because the police killed him. So you ain't gonna do nothing at 12. But your brother, who also got to worry about 12 smacking him, if he do something, you gonna go take him out. Or if you can't find him, you gonna take his brother out. See, this is how we know y'all are afraid of the police, bro. And this is why the police is the biggest gang in America, bro. Because don't no get back, get done on it. None, my nigga. They the most feared gang in America for shit show.
Since 2005, officers in Los Angeles County have killed over 15 people who were riding bikes in separate incidents.
That's crazy.
On May 11, 2008, a 19-year-old named Michael was driving with 2 friends. According to police, officers were in a patrol car when they heard gunfire. They saw a man run into a parking lot and get into a slow-moving car. The officers fired several shots at the vehicle coming towards them, police said. Michael was sitting in the passenger side of the car. The driver of the car was also wounded and taken to a hospital, where he recovered. A third person who was sitting in the backseat of the car was detained for questioning without injury. 29 shots were fired inside the car, and Michael was shot 5 times, taking his life. Police alleged they thought the group of 3 was shooting at them, but no gun was ever found. This all happened after Riley's fast food chain in Inglewood. Christopher, one of Michael's friends, was in the car.
Man, we done had that 4 for 3. I ain't seen that one, folks. I don't even eat meat, but I might go back for the 4 for 3. All right, my bad. Back to what we talking about.
He ordered a hamburger, but realized there were no condiments on it like he asked for. He went back to the window and was waiting for a new burger. That's when he heard gunshots. Prosecutors alleged that the shots were fired by a CRIP named Tremont at people at the Riley's Burger in Inglewood because it was a known hangout for rival bloods. It sounded so close, like they were shooting at us. I just ran because I didn't want to die, Christopher said.
Crazy.
The others had already gotten inside the car and started to drive off. Michael opened up a back door so his friend could get in the car. That's just when officers Brian Reagan and Roman Fernandez arrived on the scene. Prosecutors contend that Tremont fired a second set of shots in the direction of officers. Officers Reagan and Fernandez believed that shots were coming from the Honda because the car was in between Tremont and the...
But this nigga that's like some John Wick type. Even though I know he didn't mean to do this. But, and I know people lost their life, long live these people, but it would have been so gangster, right? If he would have shot at his ops, right? And he realized that he couldn't hit them, right? So he shoot at 12. And they made 12 shoot at his ops. That's John Wick, gang. that John Wick, man, no count.
His car. That's when the car was shot up by officers. Police tried to charge Tremont with the murder of Michael, even though they were the ones who killed him. And just like a common thing, police took no wrongdoing in killing Michael. They blamed it all on Tremont.
I don't know, man. And I know I keep stopping and going, my bad, but that kind of makes sense. Because they probably wouldn't have shot at them if Tremont wouldn't have shot at the 12. So that kind of makes sense, you know what I mean? I mean, y'all let me know in the comment section. That kind of makes sense, right? Oh, they fired him, bro. What did it say? Officer Reagan was terminated in 2010 for several offenses. Inglewood Police Department brought a reverse discrimination lawsuit against the former employee. Reagan worked for, okay. That nigga was getting busy, wasn't he?
On August of 2008, Officer Massey was one of 7 officers that shot a homeless man being named Eddie Franco.
What the hell he do?
Eddie Franco was shot 47 times near La Brea and Market Street. Police said the encounter began when officers responded to a report of a man with a gun. Eddie was carrying a fake chrome-handled gun in his waistband. Allegedly, he refused to put his hands up, and police fired beanbag rounds at him. Police said that Eddie didn't reach for his waistband and was shot. After the shooting,
got him up out of there.
Officials were investigating whether the officers, who had between 1 and 20 years of experience, were positioned to avoid firing on civilians. The shooting occurred near a busy intersection next to a restaurant filled with patrons. Officials believe the man was reaching for a handgun in his waistband. The dead suspect was later found with a toy gun. Officer Massey was placed on an administrative leave and required to undergo supplemental training.
Officer Massey, but he gonna get him up out of there.
Force. Police also confirmed with a published report from earlier in that week that 7 of the officers shot a combined 47 times, wounding a dog and grazing the head of a passing motorist. 8 police officers were suspended following Eddie's death. Police Chief Jacqueline Seabrooks acknowledged that the shooting was very disturbing to the community, to the administration, and also to the police department. She stated, "We could have done a better job tactically. I would have preferred that it was far fewer rounds."
Come on now, that crazy. Like, I mean, I understand why they killed his ass, but damn, 47?
There was 4 police involved shootings just a year at that point. In May of 2009, Officer Massey was one of 4 officers involved in a shootout with a suspected gang member being named Marcus Smith at the site of a birthday party. Witnesses at the scene claimed that Marcus was unarmed and that officers opened fire on him at close range, striking him at least 4 times in the back, and at least 1 officer was struck by friendly fire. Police officers say that they found a semi-automatic on the scene and claimed that the suspected gang member, being Marcus, had the semi-automatic in his possession before they shot him. Inglewood Police Lieutenant Overly said initially that Marcus fired at the officers and that 3 officers returned fire. Lieutenant Overly later changed the story and said that he would not confirm whether a shot was actually fired by Marcus. Family members reported that their celebration was typical of the types of gatherings that they enjoyed on numerous occasions in the past, and that Marcus, who did not own a gun, would have not brought a gun to a family party. Family members say that Marcus was most likely to be a peacemaker if matters got out of control at a party. But
I ain't gonna count now. He's a gang member, bro. What gang members do? They tote guns. I do understand that they saying that, well, we was at a family event. Marcus wouldn't have brought a gun to a family event. Come on, man. He's a gang member, bro. He's outside. More than likely, he had a gun. Now, did he fire at Officer Maxey? I don't think he did. Like, Officer Maxey, like he got to be known to be to lay your ass down, bro. Like, they better stop playing with Maxey, gang.
They're mourning him. Most witnesses agreed that no fights or other loud and disruptive arguments occurred during festivities, and enclosed the area had been set up for the partygoers, which made it impossible for anyone to see police officers or others approaching the second-story apartment. When Marcus was leaving the party and walking down the stairs, one family member explained, he stumbled and threw his hands in the air to balance himself. I did not hear any police warning or other police commands. The next thing I hear were gunshots, and Marcus was laying motionless. Inglewood Police Chief Jacqueline Seabrook says Marcus pulled a gun from his waistband and pointed it at our officers. It's unclear whether they ordered him to drop the weapon before they opened fire. Marcus' family claims he was unarmed. Before Marcus' shooting in May, the U.S. Justice Department launched an investigation into a series of officers-involved shootings in Inglewood that claimed the lives of more than 3 unarmed suspects. In July 2013, Officer Massey at the Inglewood Police Department received the Attorney General's Award from then California Attorney General Kamala Harris.
No, bro. She gave him an award. Oh, boy was knocking down the community, man. Nailing them. Pick your mans up. Kamala gave him an award, gang. That crazy work, bro. That crazy work.
On May 24th, 2011, Robert Pickett and Daryl Lewis spent the day grilling and hanging out together. After midnight, they went to Robert's cousin's apartment. In that area, a home invasion robbery was called in. Both men were waiting to be buzzed into Robert's cousin's apartment. They waited outside the gate. That's when Inglewood Police Michael Byoune responded with no backup. He parked his car at a corner and got out of his car. He shot without warning at Robert and Daryl, wounding them both. Neither were armed or a part of that robbery. Daryl was shot 6 times and Robert was shot 9 times. Both survived. The only thing, they were both black, and the alleged robbery suspects was 2 black males. Other officers arrived and arrested both men, even though they were both shot up. Police stated that both men had guns, which was false, and neither had stolen any items. 4 officers later tried to cover up the crime for Officer Bollinger. The crazy part of this case, en route to the home invasion call, an innocent bystander was struck by a police car, killing her instantly.
God.
Her name was Loretta Garrard. To make matters worse, the home invasion victims never even identified Robert or Daryl as the robbers, but they were still charged and arrested.
That's crazy.
And they had to spend years in jail before being exonerated.
No.
But on May 24th, 2011, where were you guys? What were you doing?
I was dropping Mr. Pickett off, leaving from my place of residence, taking him to his place of residence. And as we're leaving from his house, that's when we started getting shot from that point on.
Okay, and how many times you were shot by LA County? You were shot by the police, right?
Yes.
And how many times were you shot?
I was shot 6 times, and Mr. Pickett was shot 9.
Robert Pickens and Daryl Lewis, who were held for over...
Hey, I got a question, though. If you tell on the police, are you still considered a rat? I'm just asking, man. I just want to know from a street guy's perspective. Like, if the police do a crime against you and you tell on them, are you considered a rat? I want to know, gang.
2 months prior to being acquitted at trial.
It was several more incidents But by 2016, another major shooting by Inglewood PD occurred. Police discovered that Keisha Michael and Marquentin Sandlin, they were unconscious in a stopped car early on the morning of Sunday, February 21st, 2016, shortly after 3 a.m. The couple, both single parents, had been on a night out together. They were dating at the time, and it's possible that after a night out of partying, they both passed out in the car. Michael in the passenger seat was alleged to have had a gun in her lap, authorities say. Police cleared the area of bystanders and blocked the car in front and back with police vehicles. Mayor James T. Butts told NBC4 TV that police then spent about 45 minutes trying to get them out the car and to de-escalate the situation. In 2017, the Los Angeles Times reported that the mayor would not corroborate the account to the Times reporter. Police did not say whether Keisha or Marquentin reached or touched for the gun, or if the car they were in drove towards the officer. A statement from a coroner's report notes only that an unknown exchange occurred. Milton Grimes, an attorney representing Keisha Michael's family in a lawsuit against the city, received hundreds of pages of reports from the city and said there is no evidence to suggest either posed a threat to officers. And if you shoot someone who's not threatening you, that's a homicide.
Facts.
Keisha was shot 13 times and pronounced dead at the scene, while Marquentin, the driver, was shot 8 times, and he was pronounced dead a short time later at a nearby hospital.
This is the case of the controversial police killings of Keisha Michael and Marquentin Sandlin. It happened on February 21st, 2016, after police were called to a car stopped along Manchester Boulevard and say they found Michael and Sandlin asleep or passed out inside, a gun on Michael's lap. At some point, the two were woken up after being surrounded by officers and an armored truck. They were ordered out of the car, and each was shot to death. The Inglewood Police Department has never explained specifically what led the officers to begin shooting. The DA's decision just out today says that we have concluded there is insufficient evidence to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the officers' use of deadly force was unlawful. The DA's office explains in this 36-page memo why it believes the officers were legally justified in the killings. First, by shooting Sandlin in the head with a shotgun blast, then by shooting Michael in the head and body multiple times with rifles. The memo includes...
In May of 2017,
well, that's crazy.
Inglewood announced that it had fired 5 of the officers involved in the shooting, a move that brought renewed attention to the case and led the legal experts to interpret it was a admission of guilt. By 2022, all the police officers in this case were cleared of any wrongdoing.
Just a bit, the NBC4 I-Team has learned that 5 Inglewood police officers will not be prosecuted for killing a couple that were found asleep in their parked car. That case made headlines about 5 years ago and led to the firing of those officers and more than $8 million in legal settlements.
With many deaths and shootings under the Inglewood police, are they justified? Or this just brute force and an abuse of power? Let me know in the comments. This will conclude this episode.
Man, y'all make sure y'all sub my dog Warren Kelly, man. Get him to that 300K. I ain't gonna cap, man. Like, I know sometimes cops, like, they have to do what they gotta do as far as, like, you know, pulling their firearm and doing their thing. But the last one when the couple was asleep, like, you gotta understand, like, when you basically, let's just say they had been drinking, right? And they probably fell asleep, passed out, drank too much. And you know, you in California, bro. You in Inglewood. You smell me? So you probably gonna have a firearm, whether you a gang member or not. You know what I mean? You probably have a firearm, and he probably had it on his lap. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. You feel me? And you get up, you all discombobulated. You know what I'm saying? Just think like, bro, when somebody wake you up out your sleep, gang, unless it's your alarm or unless you just wake up, like if somebody just come and shake you, gang, you gon' what going on? You know what I mean? Like straight up. So they probably didn't even understand what was going on, but they see a black man, black woman. You know what I'm saying? It probably was some black police officers out there too, because if y'all did not know, the police stick together. They don't care what race, color, or nothing, bro. They blue for sure. They stick together. But they see a gun. You know what I'm saying? He probably did pick up the gun, but it wasn't like to try to harm them. It was probably like to see like what's going on. And then they right in the head. Goddamn. Then, but my thing is, why they shot so many times and why did they shoot her if she didn't even have a gun? Like, that's crazy as hell, bro. I don't get that. And then Another one on the way to the crime scene, he done ran over some damn body. Like, but Inglewood police, I don't even know why they even still got a police station, gang. They might as well let Munchie B them run the street, no cap. You know what I'm saying? They probably keep it all together, better than the police, no cap. Smith. Anyway, though, man, y'all let me know how y'all feel about Devil No Folk in the comment section down below, man. Don't forget to like that video. Don't forget to subscribe. After subscribe, make sure you ring that bell. After y'all ring it up, though, make sure y'all hit all, because I want y'all to be missing none of these bangers, man. Mark life or no life. Mark well, nowhere, and how we coming. OTM will get it out the mud every single day. And make sure you hype the video, too, man. Like and hype. You smell me. I go by done. I love y'all, and I'm going to see y'all tomorrow, man. Let's get it. Gang. You know we got the streets, nigga. We got the trap, too. I say my trap doing numbers, I just bust another jewel, got a player around the corner, hey. I say my trap doing numbers like that 05 summer, got a quarter pound on me, hey. The trap doing numbers.